welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a good week. It's Saturday afternoon. It is a gorgeous day here in the UK, really sunny, lovely and seasonably warm. I thought I'd try and do a bit of a different kind of video today, or for this week. I've got blogger envy. Everybody seems to be able to sew things a lot more quickly than I do. Like if I get 2 projects done a month, I'm really chuffed. I think I've done really well. And everyone else is whipping things up after work, and you know, they've got 16 makes a month, and I want to be a bit more productive. So this week I'm going to put together a video where I'm going to try certain things out and see if they work. So I mean, my current strategy for kind of sewing is being very diligent and trying to get everything done, only having one project at a time, finishing everything before I move on to the next thing. And I'm thinking now that maybe that is not the right strategy. So I'm going to try kind of economies of scale and working on several things at once and doing all of one bit and all the kind of putting the patterns together and then all the cutting out and then all the sewing, and see how that goes. So I'm going to try over the next sort of, I don't know, 10 days, something like that, to try and finish this monstrosity that's hanging in the background. It's not a monstrosity, it's a lovely, just simple top from Lauren Guthrie's Learn to Sew with Lauren book, but it's got a bias bound neckline, or it should have, but I hate bias binding. It doesn't work for me. Put it on, every time I do these, it all puckers, it all rolls forward, so it's had to be picked off, and I'm going to create an all-in-one armhole and neck facing for it. So that's got to get finished. I'm going to try and get my Linden sweater done, toaster sweater and a heather dress. Now if I'd have achieved all those in a month previously, I'd have been ecstatic. So let's see if I can get them all done in the next few days. So I'm here, I'm ready. I've got our PDF patterns printed out, all ready to go. So my first job today is to stick all these patterns together, draft a facing for that top, and then I'm on to pinning and cutting. Linden is already cut out, that's fine, doesn't need to be done. So I'll keep you posted on how I get on. So I'm out for a walk now with the Spotty dog, who I'll show you in a minute. Just thinking on this productivity thing, it's already 4:45. Don't be fooled by the beautiful blue sky, I told you it was a lovely day. I didn't start doing anything sewing related till about 3:30 today, by the time I'd messed about and done the housework and everything. So I'm thinking maybe I'm missing my most productive hours, because I'm already thinking now about settling down and getting a glass of Prosecco on the go. So I think tomorrow I'm going to try and get up, and before I do anything, get some sewing done and see how that goes. Here's the Spotty dog. Flash, what you doing? Drinking something disgusting. Lovely. Morning everyone. Things haven't exactly gone to plan. It's already 11 o'clock on Sunday morning and I haven't done anything yet, and I'm still in my pyjamas, as you can see. I woke up feeling a bit crook, so I decided to have a cup of tea and watch the Japanese MotoGP instead of cracking on. But before I do anything else, I am going to carry on and do some sewing. Normally now I would get dressed and get my chores done. Way up, the dog's crying, what's up? So last night I got as far as sticking all my PDF patterns together, and I've cut out the sew over at heather dress. Now I've got to cut out the toaster sweater. I need to just choose what size and draft the pattern pieces for my top for the facing. So I'm going to do that now before I get dressed and then go and walk the dog. Morning everyone, it's Monday morning, it's 7:48. This morning I'm lucky enough to be able to work from home, so before I sit down to start entering registers, I'm going to do a bit more sewing. I think that might be one of the productivity tips. I tend to hold fire on my sewing until the weekend, when I've got sort of big periods of time, and I think people who are more productive seem to do a bit every day. So I'm going to try and do half an hour now. As you can see, my Linden sweatshirt is all cut out and nicely put in a little freezer bag, which is a tip I stole from P Bunny P from one of her blogs. I'll link down below. Started cutting out the toaster sweater, but had to abandon this. One of the things about working in the university, you get freshers flu every single year. So yesterday I was finding that my concentration wasn't quite the best, and I cut my fingernails 3 times with my rotary cutter and thought, no, this is just asking for trouble. So I abandoned this to try it again today. So I'm going to see if I can finish cutting out the remaining pattern pieces before I start work. It's 8:30 and the toaster sweater is all cut out now. Feeling quite chuffed with myself. Hi everyone, it's Thursday, so day 6 of my trying to be more productive challenge, and at the moment I've only got my 2 sweaters and the facings for my top cut out. Haven't sewn anything. So tonight I'm forcing myself to get my beautiful merino wool jersey out and cut out at least part of my Sew Over It heather dress. I'm frightened of messing up this jersey because I love it and it was quite expensive, but I've got to get on and do it, otherwise nothing's going to get sewn in the 10 days at all. Wish me luck! Hi everyone, it's day 20 of my 10-day sewing challenge. So I think from that you can assume that it's not gone entirely according to plan. But I wanted to share with you some things that I've learned from doing this. I have managed to sew 3 out of the 4 things I was intending to, and I'm really pleased with them. I'll do a proper makes video next week, but to show you quickly, I completed a super snuggly toaster sweater. I just finished off my little sort of shell top for work, and a Linden with some contrast bands and cuffs that I've literally just finished now. To summarise things that I've learnt about sewing quickly, I think for me cutting everything out in bulk definitely worked. I don't like cutting out, it's my least favourite part of the sewing process, so to get it all done was great, because once I'd got the pieces ready, once I was sewing I was really into it and ready and raring to go. I learnt that I really needed to make sure that I had everything prepared and ready to go. So I decided halfway through this process that probably if I did set up my new overlocker and use that, it would help and make things quicker. But then there was all the faffing about with setting it up, ordering cottons off the internet that I had to wait for. So I needed to be much more prepared. Thirdly, I think I learned to prioritise my sewing. And for me to do that, I have to do it at the start of the day. I'm lucky enough to work from home quite a lot, and quite often I'll start work at sort of 7, half 7 in the morning, and even if I did that I still wouldn't have time at the end of the day to do sewing. But if I did a bit of sewing at half 7 in the morning for half an hour, whatever, I would still have time to do all my work during the day. So I think if I just started work, my work just expanded to fill the day. Whereas if I made sure I did my sewing first, it definitely got done. And work, I still managed to achieve everything that I needed to. So for those of you who aren't able to sew during the week and stuff, applying that to Saturdays and things, you will always get the things that you have to do done, I think, like your cleaning and stuff. So do your sewing first, and then get all your other stuff done if you really need to get something done. And I also learned that doing little bits here and there was very useful as well. Quite often I kind of think, oh, I'll wait until I've got a good sort of couple of hours and get the sewing machine out, but that doesn't progress things always. So sometimes if I've got like 10 minutes, I'd pin something together or sort of stick one cuff on or something. So doing little bits really helped. I hope that some of these tips are helpful. If you try them out, see what works, let me know down below. Or if you think you've got something else that would have been even better and would have made me much more productive, please let me know. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!